right, Sick and Sassy. We're here with Thom Mathews. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Mathews.
Well, I'm a metal guitarist. Some have called me a shredder. I'm here at the studio right now. We're doing the drum tracks to my new album, Entrancing the Populace.
Where'd you come up with that name?
Well, I was thinking about how basically nowadays how people are controlled by television sets. How you know, people get their fill of all the reality TV shows and all that bullshit. And I remember basically around election time, it seemed like the president that we have now, he basically won the election based on a lot of catchphrases and a lot of support from the media. So it was basically my whole deal of entrancing the populace. It's what the media does. So.
Well, you think it was it mainly the media, or was it the populace trying to go as far left as they could go, since we've been pretty far right for about the last 8 years?
Well, the thing is,
or a combination.
I'm not going to get too deep into politics, but I think it was definitely the media. I think it was, you know, America loves to have firsts.
Oh yeah.
The first African American president.
Okay.
You know, they love to be part of something, regardless of how, you know, asinine it turns out to be in the end.
Something new, something different that they can.
Right. Absolutely.
Everybody likes to be part of a winner too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would explain the New York Yankees, but. But anyway, how did you come about? Tell us about your recording history. Tell us about. You don't have to go back to day one, but tell us what other bands have you played with, and what were your feelings about that? Are you still playing with those bands, or did...
Well, when I first moved to Huntsville, Alabama back in '03, I met up with Jason Flippo from Quintessentia, and actually at that time he was just starting Quintessentia, and he and I had met at a Bloodstained Dust show, and he was playing bass for them back in like 2000, 2001, and I actually became friends with, like, I met the guy because I found out that he smoked weed. So I went over to him and I was like, hey man.
That's a good enough reason as any.
Yeah, and we ended up smoking out together, and we ended up hanging out at this club in Mobile called Solomon's, which back in the day was, that was the place to be if you were a metalhead or a biker or just somebody looking for trouble.
Yeah, well, you found it.
Yeah, and I found it, and then 2 years later, I found out that he actually was, you know, looking to meet up with me and jam with me, and so you know, I was like, well, what kind of band is it? And they were like, well, Quintessentia's a black metal band, and I was like, well, I don't know, but I went and jammed with him. I was like, hell, this is more like Atheist, you know, it was technical, it was kind of the stuff I liked, and he was like, dude, I want you to shred.
So there it was.
Absolutely, dude, and I joined up with him, and we played. We just rehearsed relentlessly. He and I and Lee Hurst, and we ended up doing a few shows. We did one in Chicago, one in Louisville, and then we did a couple around here, and then we went in and we recorded our first album, which to me it was the first time I'd ever been in a professional recording studio. So I just went in there and we just jammed it out, man, and it was a really good time. The album came out, and, you know.
So who released that album? What was the album called?
That was Neutrality for Defying Chaos, and it was released by Deathgasm Records. Evan March signed us.
Okay, down in Marietta.
Yeah, Marietta,
which
where I live now.
Which you live down there, so.
I live right down the street. He lives on a.
Chickaboo.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, he lives right down the road from me. And basically the Quinta thing, did a few little mini tours, you know, that sort of thing. And around the time, towards the end of the time I was with Quinta, Black Flame Records, or Thorgren, he's who I've known since I was like 17 years old. He's always been like, hey man, you got to do a shred album. You got to do a shred album. I'll put it out and whatnot. So
where'd you meet him at?
Oh, I met him at an Acid Bath show in Mobile, Alabama. Yeah.
So is that where you guys? That's where you guys are from?
Yeah.
Cool.
So
mobile.
Mobile, yeah, more bile than people. That's what I always say. But yeah, basically the quintessential thing, it kind of ran its course. I wanted to go ahead and pursue the shred guitar thing because I got so many good responses from Minecraft, and that was the name of the first album. I did that in 8 days with a good friend Steve Coker, who I basically grew up playing in bands with, garage bands, whatnot. We've had many embarrassing moments together on crappy stages in Mobile, Alabama. So
paid your dues.
So, yeah,
paid your dues.
I'm still paying them now, but but yeah. So basically, I've been working on this one. Geez, I started recording the guitar tracks back in February of '08, and finally, I mean, just through financial turmoil, personal bullshit, everything you can imagine. I mean, I actually got to the point of I thought that there were forces of nature that were holding me down, that something out there did not want me to put out this album. But it all cleared up, so I'm here, and Lance is in there right now, and I believe he's drumming out to a song called The Smell of Napalm.
All right.
We're getting all that laid down. We've got 5 songs completed already.
Tell us about those 5 songs. I mean,
well,
are you going for one particular style, or are you just...
Well, this album's like, you could say this is my tribute to heavy metal, because it's everything that I've ever liked about guitar-driven metal. You know, I've got Meth Lab Explosion is basically a thrash song with a lot of shred shit in it. Then I got Neuro Circus, which is like a total Iron Maiden, King Diamond tribute, because Andy LaRocque is, as anybody knows me, he's one of my fucking heroes. He's one of the best, and completely underrated, if you ask me. Then I got Assassin Droid Assignment, which is more of a proggy type deal with lots of cacophony type stuff going on.
Well, tell us about that song. Tell us about where's the meaning of that title come from? Some people might not know.
Actually, well, I've told you. I don't think I want to tell anybody else.
I think they
figure it out. Just think of an assassin droid, what his assignment was, and think of some of the Star Wars novels. You know.
All right.
And any Star Wars geek like myself out there will understand who the assassin droid is, because there really is only one that they speak of. And unfortunately, he got killed by Boba Fett. So, but yeah, it's basically a tribute to that particular droid bound